Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the best loadouts to use for Call of Duty Warzone Season 1. Now, the Cold War integration, most of us know, did not go very smoothly. Half the attachments don't work as they should. For example, Bruiser Grip says it gives you melee quickness, but it really gives you bullet velocity. So not too many people know which attachments they should be running. I'm going to show you guys which attachments to use and what guns I've been rocking in Warzone to drop high kill games or to get more wins in general. If you guys do like this video, don't forget to like it. Don't forget to subscribe as well. It helps me out a ton. And with all that being said, let's get straight into the classes. So in this video, we're going to be going over 8 classes. Anything more than that, I think is kind of a waste. You can definitely use more than that. It's just these are the guns that I think are the best in the current meta. If you want to mess around with some other guns, definitely do that. So working our way from the bottom up, the first class is going to be a Restock assault rifle. So Restock, your equipment recharges every 50 seconds. So on this class, I have stun and semtex, as you're going to see on every single one of my classes. I don't like to use heartbeat sensor unless I'm playing solos, which I don't typically do. So for the perks, we're going to be rocking EOD, Restock, and Amped. And then our secondary is going to be whichever you want, personal preference mostly, but I use the DMR, as especially this is a second loadout type of class. This isn't necessarily something you would get on your very first loadout. You definitely could, but I would recommend for a secondary running something like a Mac-10 or the Cold War MP5 even. So for my Growl, I use the Monolithic Suppressor, the Tempest 26 Archangel, Commando foregrip, 60 round mag, and for all of my classes that are not the main 4, so with that like an Overkill Mac-10 or a Kar98, I do use the perk fully loaded so that if I want a refresh on ammo, I just come up to a loadout. I can even choose to get Restock or keep Ghost if I have a second loadout, whatever I want to do there. So I highly recommend running fully loaded. Now, my next class is going to be a Kar98 with Ghost, and then I run Stun Semtex. The Kar98 attachments are going to be Monolithic Suppressor, SynGuard Custom 27.6, Tac Laser, Sniper Scope, and I like to use Stippled Grip. I know some people mess around with some of these stocks. I like the Stippled the most for the extra aim down sight speed. Now, you'll see I have 3 different Ghost classes, so some of you guys might be wondering why I would use 3. Now, it just depends how the flow of the game is going that I'm in. If I already have my first couple loadouts and I want to maybe switch up to a sniper, if there's a lot of people on top of buildings, like a downtown ending for an example, maybe I want the Kar98 for quick snipes. If it's a larger open field, maybe I want to swap out for the next class, which is going to be an HDR class. Now, it's the same as before: Stun, Semtex, EOD, Ghost, and Amped with a DMR or whichever secondary you want to run. DMR is definitely the best in the current meta. On this class, I use Monolithic, HDR Pro Barrel, Tac Laser, Variable Scope, and I use Focus. I see a lot of people using stuff in the stocks. I like Focus, as if I start getting shot at in an open field, I'll still be able to just instantly headshot them as they're shooting back at me. So for the next class, this is going to be just my typical every game tried and true Ghost class. Same thing as before on all of the tacticals and perks. However, I do have a Ram 7 on this class with fully loaded as well. So this is a class where if it's late game and I need to land on a loadout quick and grab Ghost, I like the versatility the Ram 7 has. It has pretty easy recoil to control, especially if you're on mouse and keyboard. In my opinion, it's easier to control. It's really good up close as well as medium range. I think the Ram 7 is extremely good in this meta, especially since many people don't know which gun is the best per se. So the Ram 7 is an excellent choice for the typical Ghost class. And worst case scenario, you just drop in, you have no loot. You're now getting a Ram 7, which is extremely solid, as well as fully loaded, which is going to give you 270 rounds in your assault rifle now. Now, for the first of 4 main loadouts that I rock every game is going to be a Ram 7 with a Mac-10 combo. Now, for the RAM-7, I like to build it with the monolithic suppressor, the FSS Ranger, the VLK-3X, Commando foregrip, and 50 round mag. And then for my Mac-10, I used the level 95 on the Battle Pass tier of the Mac-10, the Gallantry. It gives you a better iron sight. So on this one, I've seen a lot of people run Agency Suppressor, a bunch of different stuff. Now this is my personal favorite Mac-10 build. It's going to be the Task Force Barrel, the GRU 5 milliwatt laser, Raider stock, 53 round drum, not the fast mag. I want to make sure this is clear. The drum has the same reload speed as well. It aims in a little bit faster. As you can see on the Salvo fast mag, it gives you negative aim down sight speed. So we do not want that on a gun like this. And I use the field agent grip. Now, the reason that I use the 5 milliwatt laser instead of the agency silencer is with guns like the RAM-7 or the DMR, and you'll see in another one of my classes, I only use this up close. So if someone's right on me and I gotta see where they're moving, if they're moving quickly or sliding around, I can just hip fire them rather than aiming in and potentially losing track of a target. So that's going to be it for this first RAM-7 class. Now, on the time to kill spread, the FFAR has one of the fastest time to kills. So I've been testing with this class and I've been absolutely loving it. So for this class, I'm going to be rocking the FFAR with Agency Suppressor, Task Force Barrel, Field Agent Grip, or you could run Bruiser. Now, I've tested both. I like the little bit less recoil on the Field Agent. I use Salvo Fast Mag, and then I use Raider stock on mine. This does not need a scope at all. I've tested with stocks or rear grips. I think the stock is better. It's almost like you have stock from Black Ops 2. You're strafing all around while you're aimed in. It makes it really hard for your opponents to hit you. On top of this, I pair this with a Kar98. Now you might be asking why I'm not using an SMG. The FFAR shoots extremely quickly, and you definitely would just use this as your mid to close range weapon with the time to kill, and then as your long range, you just use the Kar98. Now for the Kar98, I have a pretty standard build. It's just monolithic suppressor, SynGuard 27.6, tac laser, sniper scope, and stippled grip. And then same as all of my other classes, I use EOD, and then the second one is the one that changes, but these are just my first loadouts that I get, that I buy. So I'm going to be running Overkill Amped, Semtex, and Stun Grenade. Again, the heartbeat sensor you could use. I've noticed a lot more people are running Ghost, so the heartbeat sensor is not as useful versus stuns. I can just allow myself to pick up some more kills with that, especially off refreshes. So the next class is a class that I don't think any of us want to see anymore, is going to be the DMR with the Mac-10 combo. Now, the DMR is a gun where they're either just going to have to nerf it in the ground or it's always going to be strong. The reasons that the gun is good are not the things that they're nerfing. They're nerfing the recoil. However, the thing that makes it strong is its time to kill in comparison to other assault rifles, as well as the fire rate with the titanium barrel. If they had nerfed the titanium barrel, I definitely think the DMR would be completely horrible. So on this is extremely standard again. Agency silencer, titanium barrel, 3x, field agent grip, and 30 round mag. Now, with the DMR nerfs, I still think it's honestly probably the best assault rifle. Most people are bored of it like myself, so I don't use this particular class, but if I do want to sweat in a game, I will still use the DMR. You have the Mac-10 as your backup, which is the same as before, Task Force Barrel, GRU 5 milliwatt laser for the hip fire accuracy, Raider stock, Field Agent grip, and 53 round drum. And now for the last class that I use the most and I've been absolutely loving is the Amax. Now this gun is a complete laser beam, shreds, and has some of the highest time to kill at all ranges compared to any other gun in the game. So on this, I use the monolithic suppressor, the XRK Zodiac, VLK optic, Commando foregrip, and 45 round mag. And I pair that again with the Mac-10. Now, I have been testing with the Cold War MP5. Mine's not fully leveled, so I haven't integrated this into my classes yet. But I've heard that the Cold War MP5 is better than the Mac-10, so I would just test that for you guys. This is what I've been using, and it's been working out. I've dropped tons of 20 bombs. I got close to a 30 bomb, haven't quite dropped that yet. But all of these classes are extremely good and they fit really well into the current meta right now, especially since there's not one gun that's dominating it. I get away with all of these guns dropping the same amount of kills. I don't notice any difference in time to kill, or I'm dying a lot more with this particular class. And then I just want to bring up one last time that in your ghost classes or your restock, make sure you're using fully loaded. Even if your teammate is out of ammo, you can drop him a restock fully loaded class, as most people don't run fully loaded in their classes, so I highly recommend that. So that is going to wrap up today's video though, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed these loadouts. Let me know what you guys think of them in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.